First, it was the pandemic that affected this church, and then the holiday farm fire. But the pastor, who was one of the last people to stand in this building, says they're already thinking about tomorrow. Now, initially, police say they received reports of an active shooter seen on Saturday, but when they arrived, they quickly determined that was not the case. Police say a 16-year-old displayed a handgun and threatened an adult male. This was when security detained the teen, and during the contact, the 16-year-old discharged the gun, and the bullet struck an uninvolved woman in the arm. They say a 14-year-old then tampered with evidence of the shooting. Wesley Hicks is one of the witnesses who says he was just 5 feet away when this all went down. And Ben, what does this mean for our state? Obviously, this is going to be bad for fire season. We haven't been seeing a lot of rain at all during this summertime or in spring. I just spoke with the Lane County Sheriff's Office, and what they told us is that right before 2 a.m. they've received reports of a shots fired on London Road. It's about a half mile up the road where we are at right now. We are currently at London School here right now, and what she told me is that one person was life flighted to the hospital. 2 other people were taken by ambulance. That's 3 victims in total. Of course, we're continuing to get more information as we receive it. She did tell me that as of right now, there is no indication of an ongoing threat to the community, so that is good news. Again, 3 people were taken to the hospital. 1 was life flighted, 2 were taken by ambulance. We're going to be staying here and get as much information as possible. Of course, we will continue to keep you updated. But for now, here they say there is a significant wildfire burning near the lake. Officials advise those that choose to ignore that order must understand that emergency services may not be able to rescue them. We have reached out to the sheriff's office for more information, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we know more. In phase 1. But what exactly does that mean? Well, Governor Brown just talked about it earlier today. And if you missed it, don't worry, we will be having a live report. We're having team coverage all throughout midday on what that means. But let me break it down what exactly phase 1 means. The suspect did this while armed with a gun, and police say that earlier they caught that man on camera acting erratically. This all started around 3 o'clock yesterday morning when firefighters responded to the William Knight Center but found no evidence of smoke or fire. After University police officials reviewed the security footage, they saw 37-year-old Sean Densmore with a gun when he pulled the fire alarm. You wouldn't know anything had even happened. There's no boarded up businesses, no broken glass. I don't even see police officers here downtown. But you can take a look. Again, this happened all here on 10th and Willamette after multiple protesters were seen walking from Olive. And that's where a group was seen hitting light poles with a hammer. And then when police asked them to move, a majority of them left, but they continued down the roadway just a few blocks down where gas was then deployed at KEZI Square. And then police told them about that curfew. That's when more people were seen knocking over mailboxes. 4 people were arrested.
Return to your home now.
We're starting this morning with breaking news out of Salem, where any minute now, Governor Kate Brown is expected to announce a new indoor mask mandate. Thank you for joining us here for KEZI 9 News at midday. I'm Jaimie Hayes. We will be going to that press conference live as soon as it begins, but this is what we know about it so far. The mask requirement will start on Friday, August 13th. It does apply to adults and children older than 5, and it applies to all indoor settings, but masks are strongly encouraged in crowded outdoor situations. In Douglas County, we're learning more about how people are experiencing long-term symptoms from COVID-19. Officials at the Douglas Public Health Network says 81% of the cases had symptoms months after testing positive. 19% reported feeling back to normal. The new $12 million video board at Autzen Stadium is still under construction, but once it's done, it'll be the biggest screen in college athletics. Now, according to Oregon Athletic Director Rob Mullen, quality. This is something that we have been talking about since the start of fire season, since that smoke has really been coming in and out of our valley for weeks now. Eugene is now in the unhealthy category. Oak Ridge actually moved down to the moderate category. It was in the unhealthy for sensitive groups earlier this morning and last night, but has now moved down to moderate, but it's really on the edge of that. But again, the big difference here is Eugene is now in the unhealthy category, so you are going to want to be careful about that. And let's take a look at the smoke. This is what we're seeing right now. But as we move on later to this afternoon, we're hoping that the winds will help push some of that smoke out of the way. And as we move into Saturday, when that rain that we are expecting to get comes and hits down here into the valley, we're hoping is really going to help clear out the smoke that we're dealing with right now. But because it's really not the best time to get that done. So coming up in the next few minutes, we have 3 things we're going to be talking about. The sunshine that we're going to be seeing today and tomorrow, the showers that are going to be moving in late Friday night, and that cold and wet weekend we have ahead. I'll break it all down for you coming up in just a few minutes. What always starts my morning is a great sunrise. Take a look at Corvallis. I swear they always have the greatest sunrise.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yesterday I saw a tulip and I was pretty shocked. I was like, oh man, spring is here.